As you may have noticed, I haven't released a lot of crazy comps in set 10 so far, and trust me, it's not for lack of trying. Unfortunately, this set is very unforgiving when it comes to playing off meta and often requires a very specific augment combination if you want to jump outside the box and not land on your face. One comp that I always wanted to try involved Neeko's headliner effect. A normal Neeko will transform into the highest health allied unit, and if she's your headliner, then she will grant that unit 20 mana in return. Now 20 mana doesn't sound too impressive, but this is where one of the new augments comes into play, Talent Surge. This prismatic augment can appear at any point of the game and it activates the headliner effect for all of your units. It's not a terrible augment by any means, and it can definitely be useful if you play a lot of legendaries, since the headliner effects tend to be quite impactful. However, this strategy will utilize Talent Surge in a pretty funny way. If 1 Neeko equals 20 mana, then 4 Neeko equals 80 mana. If we get lucky and a Neeko ults a second time, then we get even more mana. I've successfully done this comp once so far by rolling for a Ludo 3-star in combination with Neeko. In theory, you can funnel the mana into any unit, you just keep in mind that you have to be careful about who has the highest HP. If one of your Neekos has too much HP, the other Neekos will funnel into her. Especially when you have KDA active, you have to be super careful about HP management, otherwise the wrong unit will receive the mana. Now you can make the argument that giving your carry 1 mana Zane will grant more mana overall, and you wouldn't be wrong. However, the idea of this comp is more about finding a unit that has a high mana pool and takes a long time to ult in the first place. You give this unit as many damage items as possible and receive the mana from the Neekos to get the ult out early. Something that's sadly a large issue is mana lock. A lot of units in TFT are stuck in the animation and won't receive any mana until they are finished casting. Items like Mana Zane usually account for this, but Neeko's headliner effect does not. If one of your Neekos casts her ability and the highest HP unit is currently busy, then the mana will be lost. Now this is quite a wild comp and definitely something I would not recommend for a few different reasons. First of all, you are dependent on the prismatic augment Talent Surge, which is already quite rare to find. Second of all, finding a Neeko 2-star in the current meta is hard enough. Finding 8 of them is close to impossible. Arguably, your best bet is to have augments like Portable Forge, What the Forge and Pandora's items to roll your artifacts into Trickster's Glass to duplicate Neeko. As far as I know, the copies should work, but if they don't, then feel free to correct me in the comments. As a final warning, this is just a meme comp, don't go for it if you value any of your LP, I just wanted to share the concept. I hope you learned something and see you next time. Do it, do it, do it. Yes! Proof of concept. Proof of concept.